Alrighty, looks like we are live and alive. Hello, everybody out there in the grand wider world. It is me, Professor Keyboard, and we are going to be doing a deep playthrough and review of Monster Hunter World. We will probably be switching out games occasionally here and there, but we're gonna be doing this for a video, obviously, because I've played through this game before, quite obviously. This is a common staple on my channel, but I've decided we're gonna start doing this on the Monster Hunter series, kind of a sort of somewhat deep review and deep discussion on the nature of this type of game, the uniqueness of it, its various characteristics, its development to a certain degree. We might not go super deep into the development side, but we'll probably bring up some interest things here and there. But it'll be mostly kind of like a straight playthrough, telling you the story, the kind of feel of the game, what's going on with it. For those who are interested in it or interested in those kind of deep dives. So, we will be doing exactly that. And there's not much we can really do right now. We're stuck in kind of cutscene hell, and because we're doing a deep dive, review of it, we're not going to be skipping anything. And as a small a side goal for me that probably will end almost immediately is I'm going to see how far I can get without dying, without carting once. But we're gonna take some time with this.
Yo, did you hear? We're almost there. You ready to grab this new world by the horns? Don't know about you. It feels like ages since I left home to join the commission. So, nervous? Believe you me, I get it. Anything could happen to us, but hey, that's happened.
Hey, aren't you one of the A-list hunters?
What? No way! So are we! Hey, tell us your name.
So because we're actually going to be doing a playthrough of this, a longer playthrough, we're actually going to spend a little bit of time with a character creator here, because, normally we don't. Normally we're pretty slap bam, thank you ma'am, kind of, with the character creators in the past. See if we get something fun with the randomizer, though. I can work with that. Feeling that one a little bit better. There we go. And let's see here. We're going to be changing the hair color in a bit here. Yeah, because that hair color is not doing it for me. But yeah, I've never used any of these. Like that. The eyebrows will have to change the color of. The eyes are probably fine. Well, no. God, that's a murder look right there. She certainly looks done with everything. That's kind of my style. I don't mind the colors. We do something like that, and then actually, what if we do something like... I don't know what it is, but this hairstyle always has like the worst coloring. There's certain hairstyles that just have like really awful coloring, and I don't know why. Really flat, really unpleasant looking. Eh. What am I going for here? That's a bit different. Sure. We'll do something like that. Just check the other's hairstyle, see what we're working with. Nah. Nose is fine. Mouth. Not sure I really care too much, I'll be honest. Alright, so we got none of the makeup there. Do that, do a quick color change to something a bit more. That. And we're gonna do that. It's a bit saturated, but we can work with it. Kind of want that on the more. That side there. Something like that. We're not going to spend too much time with this. We've done robot before. Haven't really done Scar yet, but that's okay. It sucks that it like defaults so like the worst color in existence. Because it makes it really hard to tell like, is this actually terrible or what? What are we thinking here? Again, we can make big scars. That's an option. I tend to go for a more neutral face because it allows you to have better control over some stuff. And the look of your character. What if we did like a big scar? What if we did? Nah. What are we doing for voice here? All right, good enough. So we are also going to be doing this playthrough as a straight playthrough, which means we were not going to do anything unusual as far as armor types, meaning we're not going to be using any of the Guardian stuff. I generally do not use Guardian. It's not my style to use Guardian. Haven't really ever used it, and probably will never use it. Okay. I am decently happy with that. And we are just doing our... Oh, can't type. Oh, we almost had it. We almost had the full thing. Cat, I don't care. He will be named, Catastrophe. And we're going to start that, and we're going to be in the game. We'll be in cutscene for about 5 minutes or so.
How about a toast?
And the commission!
Cheers!
So, tell me, what's your theory? The Elder Dragons must migrate to the New World for some reason. After running the research commission for 40-odd years, the Guild's itching for an answer. They say the Fifth Fleet's got the best shot at cracking this case, and I agree.
Keep it down. Hey, speaking of, A-listers usually operate in teams of 2. Have you sat down with your partner yet?
Listen to that. Getting rough out there. The waves are picking up. That's gotta mean landfall. You're on the A-list, right? Huh. Meowdy-doo.
Meowdy-doo.
I'm not psychic, but I do have pretty good ears. Ah, put her there. I happen to be an A-lister myself. Oh, whoa!
And yeah, we're just stuck in cutscene hell like this for a while. And in a couple seconds, we will actually have control over our character. Hold on one second. I just got a message on my phone. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we can't run, can't do anything. We just gotta get through these early little tutorial movement bullshit. We run up here, and we start on the back of the... one of the main, like, I don't know what you'd call this, MacGuffin-style, plot devices, the Zora Magdaros, which is, again, a monster you kind of fight, but it's more like a... just kind of a story hook. The end of the world disaster must find a way to stop it. It's more of a environmental storytelling thing than an active engagement. Though Monster Hunter is mostly about, again, kind of environmental engagement. That's what you fight. You fight environment. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. So we got a bit of a run ahead of us.
Hurry!
Ah, that's the first time I've actually gotten stopped twice there. Wow.
Oh, wow. Why? My first...
And I think you can dodge that guy if you go up on the far left side.
No! The ground's moving again!
But I decided to just go up the center and get whacked on it. But yeah, we're on Zora Magdaros, the big guy.
Try to get off this thing! Come on, let's go! Get a good running start, then jump!
And we're in cutscene. Zora Magdaros. Yes, the big. He's not really the big bag. He's more of the, oh, this is the environmental problem we're following, and through him we will find other shenanigan things, such as Nergigante, who's feasting on the elder dragons that come here to die, such as Zora Magdaros. And also Xeno'jiva is the actual big bad, which we will get to much, much later.
What's this? Somebody must have set up this camp. I found this in the tent. It has a map in it. Well, part of one at least.
And we get our book. I'll be honest, I kind of miss the...
Looks like we're right around here.
In Wilds especially, you kind of don't really
The
use your
Research Commission's base
your
of
notebook to
operations is
understand
here.
monsters
This
like
is where
at
our
all.
ship is supposed to dock.
You don't really
For now,
need
I think it
to.
would be best
That's
if
kind
we
of
stay
the
the way it
problem
is.
when you get
The map should help us
the
find our way.
simplification to a certain degree, and also the speed up of things, is that it kind of discourages the more, not even slow and methodical, because I hate that, because I say that about the games, but it it encourages a lack of engagement with the smaller systems, if you will. And again, Monster Hunter's always had this
Look,
heavily in
Research
it.
Commission's
It's always had a
headquarters.
lot of that,
Come on, let's get going.
of the small systems. And I'll be honest, the older games, like, people love them. I've played through, I haven't finished all of them, but I've played a good chunk of them. And I'll be honest, the older games kind of go the opposite direction, to where, like,
I had the scout flies memorized
to
myself
make the
earlier.
game
If you lose sight of me,
playable
just follow the scout flies.
and not
That'll get
just
you
a
right to it.
miserable experience, you do have to engage not just with all the systems, but you have to engage with the systems that are, quite frankly, not fun. Like the crafting and trapping, all that's okay, and like using dung pods to make a monster go away. But I feel like decently quick in that game, in the older games, you kind of have to start. Like it's not just like it makes it a little bit easier. It's like this. No, it's a hard, almost a hard fucking requirement to use, and it's a lot of systems. And this wouldn't be bad if, again,
Don't pick a
these
fight.
systems
You don't have
weren't
weapons.
also kind
We need
of
to hide. Come on, this way.
mixed together with the old
Hurry!
jank of older games, because they are kind of clunky and janky, and it's just the farming for them, for the resources, it's just every single action is just, oh, let's just add more hours. Again, you take something that feels like it should only take, you know, a few minutes, and then it feels like a few minutes to grind for or set up for. There's a disproportionate amount of effort to
Nothing can
reward
stop us.
for a lot of those subsystems, and I feel like World gets a decent balance. I think it really does. I think it manages to find a pretty decent balance between the smaller subsystems, the kind of the small annoyances that you might be asked to do, the farming, the gathering, the blah 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 blahs. And I think it does a decent enough job with that to keep it from. I don't know why she didn't move. I was pretty sure I was close enough when she said come.
There's more over there.
There we go.
Let's check it out.
I was wondering why it didn't activate, but alright. And we're in cutscene territory for another about minute.
Don't mind me.
And if you recognize that voice, we've said it before, I'll say it again. That is Matthew Mercer
Let's go.
of Critical Role fame, along with, again, the Overwatch game. He's a fairly prolific voice actor, though honestly, I think he's been doing more Critical Role stuff than,
That is not good.
not. And, oh, here we have
Get over here.
Anjanath beating the shit out of old Jagras. But hey, if anyone out there who has a, because we're actually coming up to when we start choosing a weapon here, and because of the way we're going to be playing this, it's probably best to stick with one for a while. Even though, again, my general playstyle is I play all the different types of weapons.
Let's go.
But if anyone out there says, hey, play this weapon, we just might play that weapon. There are a couple weapons here I won't play. I will say that right now. I don't like Gun Lance. Not in World. I like Gun Lance in Wilds. Love Gun Lance in Wilds. Fun as shit. I do not enjoy it. The general rotation combo, the sharpness problems,
It's like nature
it
practice.
is
Over stare right
not
here.
my...
Stara. I like it.
It's just not my thing. There's a couple of combo patterns that they added to
Already here.
Wilds that just, for me, I don't, it's a weird thing. It just makes it feel so much more fluid and interesting in that big kind of chunky way, because it's a gun lance, it's a heavy weapon, it's a big thing. You know, you're swinging around, you're blowing stuff up, but Wilds, it feels just right to me, and in World, it feels just wrong,
Kinda rough, huh?
just on that side of not
We could
good.
find you two who
And
stole
Lance.
bullets.
I won't do Lance. Lance bores the absolute piss out of me. I can't do Lance. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but I won't do Lance. Lance and Gun Lance are off the table. But almost any other weapon. You guys want me to play it, I will play it. And I probably will play around a little bit just as far as the review process, because I review.
I guess the name
This is-
says it all.
I'm going to be using my gameplay here as partly as notes for my review, because I've played through this game a lot.
Incredible.
Several times now. Multiple times from beginning to end.
You've got hunters to do all the exploring.
But this one's going to be for kind of the video, so we're getting video
Technicians to
footage
keep them
and
going.
stuff like that.
This place is the beating heart of the commission. Wait here a sec. Commander, I found him.
And we're at a cutscene into dialogue.
Your reputations precede you. Well, off you go.
Okay, I'll give you the grand tour. Let's start by looking for your palico. This is our stockpile. They carry most of the basic necessities.
You should drop by later to see what they have.
We can do this to move ahead of him. It helps speed it up a
This
smidgen.
way. Over here.
There we are. Gotta get just right at the bottom of the staircase, and you get him to come. He starts moving, the invisible wall disappears, and we slowly but surely wake our way up.
The old man in charge, my grandfather, was with the first. That was a long time ago. Me? I'm not with any fleet. Born and
bred right here. Never even been to the old world.
And he's going to show us the smithy. We're going to lose control. There we are.
This is where you can craft weapons and armor. You'll be here a lot.
Wow! Look at this place. Want to check it out? Ooh, it's toasty in here.
Now, I can't remember if there's a way to escape the slow walk at this point.
The canteen? I am so there.
I think you get... nope. You're still stuck in slow walk. I don't know if there's a way to escape slow walk at this point. If there is, I haven't found it. There. I mean, it releases you right about there, but at that point, you know, you're done.
This here's our canteen.
Oh, hey, look, a bot. Nothing I like better than getting rid of bots. We shut them down.
Hey, you! I knew you'd pull through.
Right. They're calling for a council. Come on.
Yeah.
Now that you are all here, after tracking a migrant, the 5th Fleet have finally... They're a fine group. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, sir. We're ready to roll up our sleeves.
This here is the Commission's core team. You
Yep,
should all
yep.
get to know
We
each
go
other.
through all this.
Looking forward to it.
Now, down to the latest monster to make the Research Commission's job is to discover exactly what...
Elder dragons have been with us.
Do you know what I find interesting is I'm trying to think of who else has a French accent in the Monster Hunter games.
We will find
So they're not
the missing
voiced a
link.
lot.
Here, here.
So it would only be like I'm talking main
I need you to
franchise
focus on
outside of like
investigating our Jagras problem.
the Pokemon one kind of stories. There it is. That's the word I was
We're
looking
on it,
for.
sir.
Everyone else, you know the drill.
So who
Make sure
has
these
a
hunters have
French
everything they
accent?
need.
Now we're talking.
You two, make it a...
You heard him.
Does Fioraine? I don't think Fioraine has a French accent. It's been a while since I've listened and heard
It's your
Fioraine's
job to fulfill
voice,
that promise.
because that's Sunbreak, and I haven't gotten to Sunbreak in a long time in my any playthrough with
All right. Dismissed.
Mm-hmm. Over here.
All right. So now we choose our weapon. So if anyone had a suggestion, you could bring it up now. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of choose my... I'm going to choose or maybe a favorite here. Something fun. You don't get a lot of armor options earlier on. Not really much to get, to be 100%
We've placed some
honest with
basic
you.
gear for you in that equipment box. Make sure to choose a weapon that suits you.
So we got lots of good armor here. It's funny. I really don't like the menus in World. They're fine, but I'm not a huge fan of them. I find them to be a little bit annoying. I think Wild did improve that. So we have a lot of good selections here. Lots of good weapons. So Iron Bow, that was one of my earlier mains. We always liked that. The Heavy Assault, the Heavy Bowgun is fine. I find it to be painfully boring. Even if it is wicked strong, it is just it's so painfully boring. It's so boring to use, because especially early on, like, you feel trapped into using normal ammo, and normal ammo is it's so boring. It's a single pow. That's a change that Wilds did, especially for like bowgun and stuff. Like, I feel like the guns are a lot faster. They shoot faster. They have a better feel to them very early on. We're not doing Gunlance. We're not doing that. Yeah, You know, I really like bagpipes. I like the hunting horn. I never really use it, though. Is this a hunting horn run? You know, I never use it. Part of me kind of wants to do it. I almost never do it. This is gonna be a hunting horn run. Yeah. Yeah. Just that sounds kind of fun to me. We're gonna do a hunting horn. It's decently enough for larger crowds. It's got good.
Handlers sort through the research commission's leads.
It's got good work to it.
The ones they deem worth our attention become quests.
Hey!
And we're gonna get rid of some of these things.
Over
So
here.
we have our dialogue here. We start off, and again, these kind of exclamation points. Normally, they tell you like you should talk to this person, but in this case,
Listen up.
these are just small side things. So different from and it's not about hunting down the yellow dragons or punishing for the damage they cause. The commission seeks to understand their place in nature and ours. That's the point. The yellow dragons are nature, and it's futile to try and punish nature as if it's running from it. Blah blah blah. But knowing nature, that's something we can do. We're going to face some real challenges. Best course might always be clear, but before you take a life or move to defend it, understand it. That's what makes you a hunter. I do appreciate that. That kind of gets at a major core conceit in this game, that even if the conceit is a bit conceited, or a bit kind of undersold, like, oh no, we're not just slaughtering monsters, we're doing it because, you know, it's about balancing nature. It's about making sure that it's, you know, things are safe. We only kill when we have to. But even just saying that, even just acknowledging that, that is a difference. That is a remarkable difference between... So, even though this thing has more base damage to it, like you lose the health boost, which sucks, and the defense up. You gain earplugs small, which is okay. Stamina up plus recovery of stamina. You know, we'll make it. We'll buy it. And we'll do it. I rarely ever do the bone one here. But we'll do it. Just for this time, because we're doing different stuff. Anyway, story-wise, the idea of, again, even just the idea of, like, we'll create in story a in-universe reason why we're killing the monsters. And more importantly, we're going to create it in a way that doesn't just say, ah, they're monsters, kill them, get rid of them. It's more like, no, we try to live with the monsters, we like the monsters, we enjoy them, we find them good, but we take care of, or we take out dangerous ones that are, and not just because they're dangerous because they're a hunter or whatever. We take them out and we're like, okay, it's like a bear population control. It's like, okay, their population numbers are too high, they're causing damage to the environment for whatever reason. This one's getting too close to human settlement, so he has to go. But in general, we don't take care of or take out even the apex predators, because as long as they're not threatening, you know, a village or a civilization,
What are we waiting for? The new world awaits.
we're fine. So that's a good bit of world building feel to it, because that does tell you something. That tells you, A, we're not just in the business of murder. And even if it is relatively small and just barely a thing, the simple fact that you do it
All right, this is our
does
first
give you
job.
something.
Let's do a quick review of quest rules. Rule number 1. Complete the objective to complete the quest. Easy, right? Each quest has an objective. You can't consider the quest done until you complete that objective. Our current objective is to eliminate a specified number of Jagras. Let's check the map. We ran into some Jagras on the way to base. The small monsters, remember? I think we saw them somewhere around here. Want to check it out? Rule number 2. Use the supply box. The Commission supplies us with a loadout of... They're in the supply box over there. Have a look and decide what you should take along. Ready to go. Oh yeah.
Might as well grab these, some free heals. Now, while we're here, because we have endemic life, we have all kinds of stuff, we're going to capture some stuff. We're not always going to capture everything. We're not going to 100% this, but we are going to do a thorough playthrough, if possible.
Be careful.
And we can select various things. We have auto creations of when we pick up those herbs.
The hunting horn is a close-range support weapon that plays status-buffing melodies. Buff yourself and the team to gain the upper hand. You can use the slinger with your weapon drawn. Look for the perfect moment, then fire.
Trying to remember some of these, what is it? Earplugs. And if you play them multiple times, you can get multiple buffs that become bigger and they last longer.
Keep in mind that what you're able to do depends on whether or not your weapon is drawn. When you're investigating or gathering items, you'll generally want to keep your weapon sheathed.
And
gathering sites and monster positions on the wildlife map for you.
grab some of
You
that.
gather honey and mix it with a potion to make mega potions.
And we're going to come over here. There's some mining we can do real quick. Which, seeing how we have the speed up gatherer, makes us gather stuff even faster.
Use that as slinger ammo. Great for getting a monster's attention. Or
Here's
creating
the
a distraction.
boys.
A pack of Jagras. Those are the monsters we're after.
Let's see how you hold up when you're on your own. They're on the run. Don't let them get away.
Oh, they're already running?
Grab
Weird.
all the monster materials you can. You can use them
Yep,
at the
get
same
all the monsters. And this is the other major mechanic of this game, is that you will be carving monsters to gather their equipment or gather their parts. You also do environmental gathering of mushrooms and bones that can either make equipment or other materials, other things. All of which you will need to do to some extent. Usually it's not super prohibitive, but you do need to do it. So one thing you might notice also on the top left there, in case you've never seen or looked at this game before, is that we have a sharpness gauge right underneath where my stamina normally is. It's a little sword.
Whoops. Use whatever you can. Keep it together, okay?
And because we only have 60 seconds,
Okay.
you should immediately start
Set over and
carving.
report back to the old man.
It does take a little bit of time to carve everything here. And early on, you do want to carve basically everything. Everything you kill, because you need to gather up a good base of materials. Especially weak materials, especially these early cheap materials that you're like, oh, these things are super easy to get. Yes, they are. There's no trouble to them. They're super easy and fine to get. But you will somehow, despite all your best effort, run out, and you'll have to... Nothing is more frustrating than being in the high rank, which you have the same monsters, just higher, stronger variants of them, along with some new guys occasionally. And nothing's worse than realizing you have to go back to low rank and play a bunch of quick, but still annoying little missions just because you're missing a low rank Jagras part in your high rank. And it gets worse when you're in master rank. And it's connecting us to a network, which we do not want to do because we're not playing online. We're not playing multiplayer in this case.
Good to see you.
And there we are. There's no difference in their habitat, but their numbers are increasing. I see. It may be stating the obvious, but the Jagras aren't the only dangers lurking around these parts. We've also received reports of Kestodon herds getting out of hand. This might be because Zora Magdaros made landfall, got everything riled up. Yes, the general story idea here is, again, Zora Magdaros, and there's this, like, bioenergy aspect to Monster Hunter. It's like their only magical bit is the bioenergy, and bioenergy can cause monsters to become more aggressive, not more aggressive, more powerful, blah, 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 blah. It's all very vague on the magical part of how the monsters work. But yeah, our next mission is we have to cull
Right. Now that you've got some materials,
a certain
why don't we
number
head over to the smithy to see what you can do with them?
a certain number of monsters here. So what we're going to do is we're going to return to title, save our progress, and then we're going to rejoin into this game so that we have just to ourselves. And you can do that by creating an online session, making it a friends can only join or something like that. You don't need to change anything else. Just create a session, make it friends only can join, and you are now officially in kind of a single player
Right. Now that you've
kind
got
of
some
mode.
materials, why don't we head over to the smithy to see what you can do with them?
And we have a few people to talk to. We have the research guy over here, who is one of the Wyverian types, which, again, you're wondering, hey, are all Wyverians short little gnome-like creatures like this? No.
I'll be here.
Some get really old and they turn into these little gremlin-looking dudes as they age. Like, there's one right there. And some don't. And I don't think it's ever been explained in any way, shape, or form how and why that is.
Oh, hello.
But yeah, it is. And no clue. It's just there's no clue. I have no idea why. It's never explained, and I don't think it ever will.
There you are, Fiver.
But here we are at the smithy. We're doing some basic tutorial stuff at this point. He's just telling me what I do with my materials. You gather monster materials. You can upgrade equipment also with armor spheres, which is just kind of basic stuff. You don't have to do it right now, though. And we have our weapons. And boy, you know, I don't know the hunting horn, like, I can make some stuff here, like the defender horns are way overtuned because they are there to get you speedily to the master rank. So they are tuned for low master rank. Boy, sharpness really is terrible on what we have right now. And sharpness is a multiplicative thing in the sense of it multiplies your damage by a certain percentile. Again, I can't remember. It's like green is like 1.2 or 1.1 or something like that, and yellow is just like 1. So when you see like, oh, this is so much less, you know, it's 378 versus 462, it's like, yeah, but when you're hitting with that tiny little sliver of green sharpness, you're actually doing something closer to, again, the raw calculations are nuts. Again, what it says the attack value is, that's not your damage, it's just attack value. Attack value depends on the damage type, where you're hitting, how vulnerable that place is to hit. It's a nightmare to calculate, or it's just unnecessarily complicated. I've never enjoyed the weird sharpness. Attack value is the bloated figure. You can change it, I think, in the settings somewhere to where you can get the raw attack value, not the bloated one. And then you just take that, and I think you could just take the raw and then multiply it by the sharpness value. But I don't know where that is in there, and I wonder, you know what? I've never turned it on. I wonder, God, would that be? Let's hide our helmet for a while. Wonder if that... Where would that be? It's not... I don't know, maybe they don't have it in the older ones. I'm trying to remember. We have damage indicators, that's fine. I'm wondering if you... Maybe that's the thing you would have to download. I don't remember. That might be... Oh, hold on. I keep doing that. Don't think I can do it to raw values. That's okay.
That reminds me.
I was just kind of looking to see if it was actually possible. I could not remember. But we could do this guy right here. It's an extra 40 little damage. No reason not to. We might honestly go with the other hunting horn, but we'll be switching out back and forth. We can forge. I don't think we can forge any armor. Well, we can forge the bone one, and that's actually the most important one of them. So your early best set is going to be this, and then you have Kestodon somewhere. And legs, there's almost nothing useful in legs. So you might as well just do almost full bone. If you did full bone, you're fine, because Slugger actually works with Hunting Horn quite well, too. Slugger is the scale on the armor, increases stun power, which is all blunt damage, or most blunt damage. And Hunting Horn is, I think, all blunt damage. But we're going to make the chest piece. Alright, we're on our way. We can talk to this guy. He's just an airship dude.
Greetings.
Work on flying machines, airships. third have been stranded for years in the Great Ravine. Basically, he just gives you a little bit of a story beat, and that you will be actually finding the third fleet that's been kind of not quite lost, but stranded for a while. And they've been kind of stranded, but I wouldn't actually say they're that stranded. I don't know. They can leave, and they seem fine, but yeah, that's just a little story beat right there. And we'll come around here, talk to this guy. More canteen stuff, and it is kind of useful to do these kind of quests.
Hey there, partner.
As boring as they are to do these kind of gather quests to unlock canteen stuff, there are certain quests with unique monsters that will not pop up later in the game if you haven't created or completed the quest chain to unlock them.
We're on the hunt.
So now we're going to do a quick little quest. Castodon Kerfuffle. We won't be using any vouchers for this. We don't need to. There's nothing to use. We will simply depart.
Okay, our job is to cull a certain number of Castodon. Recently, their numbers have been getting out of hand.
Want to get going?
And as you come here, again, it's usually a good idea to just kind of run through and gather up all the stuff that you can.
There we are. Those, my friend, are Kestodon. Let's see you take him out on your own. Huh. Be careful.
And see, he's knocked out. Yeah, there he is. I was about to say, where are you?
Not bad.
Now, Hunting Horn is all about, as you can see,
All right.
playing notes with certain attacks. The Y or B or the YB combo. And you play them in a certain order.
Be careful.
And depending on the order you play them in, you can do songs that you can then activate with your
Learn as much as you can about them.
right trigger. And when you do that, you will kind of cast a buff spell, as it were. And that buff spell increases various aspects about you. So it can do increase your life a little bit. It can increase your damage. And there's 2 levels to it. In the sense that if you hold down or keep holding down the play button, as it were, and we killed a few of them real quick, because Hunting Horn actually does okay damage. It's not great in World. It's very strong in Wilds. So strong in Wilds. Holy crap, is it strong. I think it's still near top charts as far as DPS, which is bizarre for Hunting Horn, because it's almost never in the top top areas for damage because it's a support weapon. It's a big, heavy, slow support weapon. Not supposed to be good. And yet, again, these guys are piss-ass weak, so they're not gonna put up a lot of trouble. But in wilds, again, you were taking down some pretty hefty things. Now, what am I doing here? Why am I not following the guy's indication? Well, that's because, again, I'm trying to gather up all the useful materials that are within a short range of the main mission while I'm here. Because every time you go out on a mission, you should try to get a pathing, in a sense, a pathing order set up. Especially early on. Why?
Over here.
1, the more you're exploring in the map, see those little fireflies that come out? Those are your scout flies. And whenever they find something, and they're close to something and they find it, they put it up on the map. That is, hold on one second. That's a rare. That's a pilot hair. So again, you see there's this blue thing up there. That's actually something I can gather, but it's not on the mini-map. You can tell it's not there. But my scout flies go. And now, if you look at that little tunnel, there's a little plant, little symbol. That's telling you, hey, I found something. I found a bitter bug over there, and this is kind of useful, because if you can't remember where shit is in this game, or if you haven't discovered it with your scout flies yet, it can be quite frustrating looking for these things, because, you know, you might need them. Like parashrooms, or different types of mushrooms, this type of this, that, blah, blah, blahs. You know, you can gather them without the scout flies finding them, but you can't see them on the map until they are discovered.
Over here.
So like around this corner here, there is stuff. I'm pretty sure there's a mine location right here. It's not on the map. Now it's on the map. And once it's on the map, it stays on the map forever. So early missions, it's kind of nice to run about. 1, it allows you to collect and start building up a nice stockpile of things that you might not need now, but you may need later. Here's another mechanic, is that all weapons, blunt or sharp, all melee weapons need to be sharpened. That's how you restore your sharpness. I missed that by a fucking mile. Holy God. It's like the worst aim ever.
Huh.
Alright, so we got some Kestodon down there. My buffs are gone. Damn it, he interrupted my attack here. Interesting hitbox on that, I'm actually going to be honest. And these guys are not difficult, they are, however, annoying. Surprised he didn't die with that, actually. And we're actually going to stop and carve because these bodies disappear remarkably fast. And for some reason my buddy is not grabbing aggro, which sucks. Because I kind of want him to grab aggro so I can carve in peace. Thanks for grabbing aggro for a few seconds. Surprisingly, he's done some damage to me. Jesus, where'd you go, buddy? Not quite sure why he's being such a weird boy about this.
Good work.
He's attacking a lot.
Just about wraps up our work here. Wait. Hey, come here. I think I found something.
It's actually kind of weird how fast he was attacking. Of course, it's been a very long time since I played any hunting horn in World, so little rusty. Yeah, gather up the stuff while you're here. We'll sharpen. We're also going to heal.
Over here.
Ah, damn it. I forgot.
Here.
I forgot it auto moves you. So yeah, now we have our first large monster, which is what Monster Hunter is all about, is hunting large monsters.
Something's up.
Not these small little guys, but the bigger ones, like this, the Jagras.
Now.
And he's gonna waddle his ass away, that's
All right,
fine.
partner. New assignment incoming. Take down that Great Jagras. If you're not ready, you can return to base and take on the Great Jagras quest later.
Want to get going?
Yeah, that's basically telling you, hey, you could fire an SOS and or go back to the
Call your
base.
friends for help. Go to the menu.
Reset some
SOS
stuff.
Flare to signal 'em. And you're going to need friends when you go up against some of the tougher monsters. In order for the scout flies to better track a target monster, we need to keep finding traces of it. Like footprints, for example.
Now, one thing that has always annoyed me is that when you pick up an item without your scout flies
You're turning up a lot
finding
of
it, you actually don't get it on your mini-map. That's always irritated me. It's not a big thing, but it's always irritated me a little bit.
Okay.
And we have the tracking mechanism here. Gathering up various tracks will increase your ability to spot or find monsters, track them where they're
You're
going.
less likely to lose sight of a monster if you use the focus camera. Sending a monster flying into a wall will leave it wide open to attack.
And this is the infamous
Land your claw on a monster to grapple to.
Clutch Claw, which everyone hated, and I don't actually hate that
The
much.
spot you hit has been softened up. When monsters are running away, the scout flies as a guide and they'll lead you right to them.
We're going to get our attack up again. There we go. Now it's attack up large because we used it twice. He's running
You need
away.
to load the slinger with some ammo. See anything useful lying
I did
around?
load it with ammo, you little bastards.
The monster's been immobilized. Now's your chance. Watch out when a
Remember
monster's
how to
enraged.
do impact echo waves. I can never remember it.
Oh boy, that monster's really mad now. Be ready for some vicious attacks.
And he's actually near death, by the way. Or, well, not quite, actually. He's, we did beat the shit out of him, though. Yeah, Jagras is probably the easiest, or one of the easiest monsters you're gonna face in Monster Hunter. We are gonna go a small side loop here, because I know there's a couple of things I want to get. One is honey. And the other thing is sleep herbs. because you can also capture monsters in this game. And that is useful.
Run out of stamina, you'll be winded and vulnerable.
Because one,
Veteran
it's a
hunters
little
know to
easier.
always keep
You
an eye
don't
on
have
that
to
gate.
fully kill the monster. You can get them down to about 30% health or thereabouts. And then you capture them and quest complete. So it's kind of a way to speed it up, make it a little less arduous to use. We got some butterflies. Lovely. And we'll go ahead and we'll take this path. Why not? And while we're here, get the spider. And because we're here, we'll go ahead and sharpen.
Your wildlife map keeps track of where you are and where the scout flies are taking you. You can also use it to keep tabs on monsters.
Yep, and this is where we're going right now. We're going to grab some honey. Grab a couple of things here and there. Because we are here, and why not? God, I am so very rarely ever in this area. I just find myself just never in this area, this particular patch of ground. I don't think we can get to that. No, we can't.
Your stamina cap has dropped. Eat some well-done steak to restore it to max.
We're doing this because it's a shiny bone, even though we didn't get anything legendary from the shiny bone. Normally you get something better. That's what that little twinkling around it was, is that it's showing that it's a rare gather point. Is he... Where is he? There he is. I was about to say, where are you?
Bright moss can be used as slinger ammo. Launch it at walls to eliminate dark areas, like the inside of a cave.
He was here. Where is he? Did I miss him? Where was he? Is he out here? There he is.
Claw attacks to the head will change a monster's course.
Interesting angle you threw that at.
Dodge their attacks.
I
You don't want to take
would.
hits like that head on.
I don't know why it's trying to play a song here. Really what I tried to do.
Look out! Your health is low. Keep your distance and use
It's
the
interesting.
potion.
I can't remember how to do all these moves with the, Yeah, it's kind of bad because I can't remember how to do like 90% of the things that make this weapon actually useful. Now he's near death. There we are.
Okay, let's head back and report to the old man.
And we get some great Jagras materials. Like, I cannot remember how and when to do it. It's not one of those. It's not that. How do I do impact waves? I cannot for the life of me remember how to do impact waves because it's kind of a useful, powerful ability, and I got nothing for it.
I think we got a lead.
Maybe. Let's check it out. Hey. Well, you were right. There's our mark.
Alright, I gotta look up hunting horn combos.
Something's got him agitated. Look over there. What in the heck is that? I've never seen anything like it.
You think it's from Zora Magdaros?
I'd like to find out. But we better report back first. All right?
We'll take all these things.
I see.
And we found trails of Zora Magdaros, but there's a Pookie nearby.
Want to get going?
We need to rebuild a camp there. That'll give us access to the
Once
next
camp is set up,
fight
we can
that
go
we'll
after
have.
Puke.
Wonder where the
World.
resource center is.
Ha!
They've all crossed the sea just like you, and they're all carried out their duties. They looked at the new world with in the eye and realized the old way of doing things won't cut it. Didn't stop them, though. They had conviction. You have conviction, Hunter. You should get to know your colleagues. Maybe some of that craziness will rub off on you. Ha ha. Yes, lovely, lovely. Alright, we gotta talk with the provisions. They give us a mission here to set up a camp. And we're talking to the French lady. And plenty of work for you. After all, the commission studies lots of things, not just the Elder Dragons you came here with. Maintain and improving the base is a full plate of tasks in itself. Can't study anything without proper HQ after all. The resource center here is in charge of divvying up all the work and making sure it gets done. So back to business. Your job is to establish a camp, go on an expedition in the ancient forest, find a viable campsite, and make sure it's safe. If any monster has decided to do any camping in your spot, you need to chase them off.
Let me down.
Got it? The bounty is for establishing the camp. Yeah, so this introduces you to the next thing, is that you can set up various spawn points and camps on the maps that you are in. So we're on the ancient forest map. Eventually we'll unlock the coral highlands and so on and so forth. So this is just kind of getting you you're still almost in tutorial-ish mode. But it also gets you idea of bounties, which are something you should always have active. These are passive little missions that you can complete by gathering mushrooms, killing monsters. All pretty nice and easy stuff here. And you should always have as many active as possible, because they give you armor spheres. Armor spheres are used for upgrading your equipment.
Good to see you.
This guy, I don't remember what he does here. Oh, it's a capture thing. Yeah, I think you need to capture your first monster to get access to some of the capture quests he will give you. But yeah, right now they want you to go out on an expedition, which is essentially a no time limit free hunting
Embark on an
time.
expedition just by heading out through the gate. Or you can use the world map. Whatever's easiest for you.
What we're going to do also is we're going to put some stuff away here. We don't need it. We'll keep the pear mushrooms. No, we'll put them away. We don't need them. The null berries will go. Those will go. The blue mushrooms will go. All this will go. And auto sort, we'll do that. Auto sort that just for my own sanity. And actually, while we're here, we have some crafting we can do, which is trank bombs. Go ahead and craft 4 of them, and we'll take them because we're going to capture monsters, because that's nice and easy. Monster Hunter World? Indeed, yes, Monster Hunter World. We're doing another long, thorough playthrough / review of it. It is a game that I have played through many times, but we're doing this mostly because I'm going to see if I can collect some of this footage and turn it into a YouTube video for a nice semi-in-depth, long-form kind of play / review of the game. Because I enjoy it, and if we manage to succeed that, we'll probably do it for Wilds and maybe Rise, and maybe some of the older ones like 4U or 3U, something like that. But we'll see. Let us take a look. I don't know if Jagras has a hunting horn.
Have a good.
That's a question I don't know. I don't do hunting horn that much in World. And certainly not beginning. I always started out, like, if I did hunting horn, it was always, like, later in my playthrough, so I don't remember. No, you do not have a hunting horn. You do not have one, do you? Yes, yes. It's kind of sad, because usually the Jagras is actually a pretty okay early on weapon. But I kind of miss the health boost, I'm going to be honest. I kind of miss that health boost. But I think we'll just take a look at the armor. For some reason, we didn't get Kestodon scalps. That's a little annoying. But we have enough to make the headpiece, which is what we want. And Horn Maestro is also one that we want. That's good for our hunting horn. And what else? I guess I'll get Slugger in between, because I probably would go for Kestodons, because the affinity sliding is actually nice if you can get it to activate, and I got good armor, but Slugger's fine. And we'll get that last little bone piece, because why not? Suppose we could have gone for the Jagras. It's not much better. We don't really care that much. Lovely. Alright. Oop. Before we leave, I need to get trap tools to make traps. Yes, yes. I need to make some traps. Always forget that. If I'm going to be capturing monsters, you need traps to capture them. Two should do for now. Everything else is fine. Go to the workshop. I went to the wrong thing, actually. That's okay. I meant to go to the canteen. I said workshop, and I meant to say canteen. And because we're going to come here and we're going to go ahead and eat. Gives us a nice health boost, gives us a nice damage boost if we need it. And we have the cats. And this is another thing that's kind of big in the Monster Hunter series, is they love these like little kind of mini games slash goofy stuff. They love their little silly, but even then I wouldn't even call it silly, because I don't want to denigrate it at all, because it is very, very good. It's these weird little world building like character things they do. Like, again, that's just a meal buff. Most games, you eat a meal, it doesn't really... Sorry. I didn't even know that was actually an interaction. I didn't know I could block her from going. But also... Hello. And this is stuff right here. So, idle animations are so important. They love doing, in the Monster Hunter series, they love doing these kind of idle NPC interactions that they do. And even though they repeat them, you'd be shocked at how much detail they put into it. Like how many actions. So it's not just like, oh, they do one action, then they reset. It's like they'll do these long form interactions where this lady is probably going to go all the way down these staircases. It's a long staircase, by the way, to where she's going to go down to, I think there's a fish market down there. She's then going to fill up the basket, and the basket will go from empty to full of fish, and then she will come back and carry it back all the way up. You have certain animations where cats will have like a cat up there cooking or something like that. We'll have like 6 or so animation like activities. Like he will cook, and then he'll pull out the bread, and then he'll chop the bread, and then he'll go and put it on a table, then he'll come back, and then he'll rest for a second, and then he'll take a drink. And sometimes there's even variations on how they will do that, so they add little variations. They love doing these little world building NPC pathing things. Yeah, this lady's gonna come all the way down here, like this guy. He's probably not going to have a ton of animations, but he's going to have... Some of them have a ton. Some of them just have an absolute crazy amount of animations that they do, and little things that they... Like, usually it's not for non-important ones. Not-important things. But, okay, I see, no. She's filling up a basket full of fish. Choosing a couple. And again, looking at a couple... Looking down, seeing it's filled, she grunts a little bit. Now she's going to carry it all the way back up. And I know that might seem like nothing, but honestly, it is something. That's something. Games NPCs all have very much work put into them. It feels like they all have their own little job with the Research Commission. Oh no, yeah, that's absolutely 100% Lumber. Yeah, no, it is... It is something that I found, because World was my first Monster Hunter. At this point, I've played quite a few, quite a few, but that's something that I kind of noticed immediately, and then it just kind of kept getting more and more kind of crazy. Is that like, wow, that's, you know, it. Most RPGs, you get an idle animation at best. Like, from your NPCs, they do very little, but for some reason, and again, it doesn't take a ton of work or resources or whatnot, but I feel like this is one of those things where this aspect is where a lot of RPGs could actually learn from Monster Hunter. Even stuff like, you know, like, at Baldur's Gate, obviously, I think has quite a bit of it. But little stuff like that, especially for NPCs that don't matter. That's the important thing. Is that NPCs that don't matter have almost more character and more animations and whatnot than the ones that do, because the ones that do, you have cutscenes that go out on missions with you. Stuff like that matters. You know, so they have that aspect, but it just helps make the world feel so much more alive. Feels like one big community all working together, create an efficient environment for hunters. Yeah, it makes it feel alive,
Let's look for the
which is
campsite.
for world building is so
If I
important.
get to the campsite first, or if you're lost, open up your map
It's
or use
so
your scout flags
important
to track me.
to make your world feel
Whenever you
lived
leave the
in.
base without signing up for a quest, you'll go on an expedition. There's no time limit or cap on how many times you're allowed to faint, which means you can explore to your heart's content.
Grab this. We're going to grab a few odds and ends here, but we're probably not going to spend too much time here. We have all of these side missions. Actually, we were going to spend a lot of time here. Now that I think about it, I forgot about all these little side missions we need to start. Oh, there's a lot to do in this game. Skyrim also did a good job. Many lesser NPCs felt like they had their own little lives that day. They were sending stuff at night. They were... Yeah, I think Bethesda's another one, especially with their Skyrim, their Morrowind, their Oblivion, is where they did stuff like that that's actually
Over here.
kind of, again, in many ways, it's really not quite revolutionary, but it's certainly game-changing. And they add something like that where, and for Skyrim especially, that it actually becomes somewhat story important, because sometimes you need to like wait till a character is in a certain location to do a thing, which is like, oh, that's kind of funny. Sometimes it can be annoying, but all right. So here we are, the Linian researcher, and he's researching the Grimalkins. Which, again, another weird little race of cat-like creatures that are different from your Palico in some way that I don't think is ever really explained. Yes. Type of Linian that are native to the New World. Wish to communicate with them and learn their lingo, but these creaky old bones just can't keep up with the little fellas. Perhaps you could be of some help. By my gnarly knuckles, if you could chase them down, track them down one at a time and say, meow. What do you say? Yeah, we do that. We can do that. And while we're here, because we're doing a nice thorough playthrough, we capture endemic life. Where, there it is. We'll grab one of those. Come around here. Get the doodles.
You can assign a target
Lovely.
destination for your scout flies on the map.
All right. Gather up the mushrooms, because why not? Get the ants. Get the beetle. I always forget it's there. And we continue onwards. Got some bones to pick up here. We'll kill a couple of fish. Hey, fish. Lovely. And we'll skin them. So just as a heads up, because we are doing a somewhat thorough playthrough, we're going to... it's not going to be 100%. The 100%ing this game takes way too long. Oh, God, and I don't think I've ever even done it. Like, I don't have the all the trophies, because trying to crown hunt in this game sucks so much. Oh, I hated it. I do love that change that they made to Wilds, is that the binoculars can show you the crowns on monsters. Loved that change. I feel like that is something that should have been in the game from the beginning, because you're always like, at least for me, I was always kind of like, what do I use these binoculars for? Like, I never need to zoom in on anything that much, so why would I ever need this? But it just feels like, yeah, that's just it made sense so much. Like, yeah, the binocular, you zoom in, it will tell you, you know, the size of the monster. This just makes so much goddamn sense. All trophies, especially solo, can take 1,000 plus hours. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of hours. I have probably 1,000 hours in this game, but a lot of that was me just doing redo playthroughs.
Let's ask the head honchos.
But I mean, yeah, on my more like complete save file, I have tons of stuff. But yeah, the gold crowns, just I was not willing to put myself through that level of
You can fast travel back to
nothing.
camp
Like
simply by
for me,
selecting it
especially,
from the wildlife map.
I don't mind the grind if you give me some ability to control and understand and see it. The randomness of just going to the monster and kind of look at it and go, well, I guess it might be a crown, maybe it's a silver crown. Like that, give me some control. Give me some ability to choose. Especially if you get sidetracked, you just try to craft stuff and try to stuff for fun. That's my playthrough. My first playthroughs, the first couple was always, and that's usually my just gameplay style, is that I'll go pretty complete, but mostly based upon like interest and like I'm wanting to hunt, I'm wanting to build new weapons, try new weapons. You know, like, oh hey, I've never played hunting horn, I'll play hunting horn. Or hey, I never did charge blades, let's make some charge blade stuff. Let's make some charge blade armor. Let's hunt this monster to completion. Blah blah blah. But let's just gather up some basic resources that we know we're going to be using. I didn't pick up the parish shrooms, which is a little sad for me. We are getting some decent doodles. And let's pick this up. Come on, let's pick this up. And we actually will kill these guys because we do need their scalps. Now that I think about it.
This is interesting. Let's report our findings to everyone at the resource center when we get back.
God damn it, I forgot there was a guy behind him.
Hits like that head on.
Forgot there was a guy behind him. Alright. Maybe we have enough scalps, let's see. Like, how does this skill interact with bow? Wait, is that actually fun? If this is how the bow works, maybe a charge for other ranged weapons. Exactly.
The weapon is losing its sharpness. Create some distance.
Exactly. And I think that's honestly the strongest part of Monster Hunter. Though also it can be some of its most frustrating. Because it does kind of suck switching weapons after you've played one weapon for a while. Not because you're like, oh, you don't have a weapon or something like that, or it's bad. It's just like, oh, well, if I'm in master rank and I haven't played any bow and I'm like, oh, I need a master rank bow. You gotta build, usually, I feel like you gotta...
Hey, partner!
Oh, Jesus. Oh, hey, Ancient F, why are you here? I didn't realize you were actually on this map. Just yet. Huh, go figure. I didn't think he appeared in this, this particular mission, but that's cool. Good to know. But no. Alright, so we're here. Well, I'm going to gather up a few little bones and some mining. I'll talk to the fisherman, because we can get his stuff super easy. His mission's super quick. The Linian one, we still need to gather up some Linian bullshit. Grey Jagras was just by and threw up on the ground. That's why they're all there eating. And we'll go ahead and carve a few bits and pieces here. Lovely. Get some mining real quick. And we'll pop out right next to the fisherman. First, we're going to quickly grab this. Yeah, I know you want me to come to you. I'll get to you eventually, buddy. It's an expedition. It's supposed to take a while. Hey, fisherman. And you guys a little mission. You want us to catch some stuff.
I just love me some good fishing.
There we go. Now we got the mission. And I can't remember. There's a pink one in here somewhere. Is that it? Nope, that's wet fish. Wet fish. Damn it, where's the pink one? I know there's one in here. Oh, damn it. Hit the wrong button. Damn these sushi fish. Is that him? That's him. There we are. I was about to say, he's got to be in there somewhere. How many fish are in this exact little tiny spot? Good lord. It did not look like that many, but apparently a lot.
Nice catch.
There we go. We'll turn that into the resource center. Lovely, lovely. We got a hungry Anjanath in front of us, which we are not going to face this early. That's a bad one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he would, like, two-shot me at this armor rating. It would not be good. Do we think we have enough Kestodon scalp? Maybe. Don't know why they're all agitated real quickly. I suppose it's because the Anjanath was just by, wasn't it? I really shouldn't sharpen. Rolled the wrong way. Alright, you little bastard. There we are. And we'll carve real quick. Just because I know we were missing one scalp. So I think we should be good with that. We'll gather up the last little bits of these. We'll get that mine location there. And then we will do the Kulu Yaku, which is our next fight. Always did like Kulu. He's a fun little boy. And we got some doodles here, nice. I think we might be able to do the doodles. Can we do the doodles before Kulu? Might have enough doodles to be able to do it before Kulu. Come on, we need a few more doodles here. Grab some antidotes while we're here. And we have you. Wowzers. And you want me to capture some endemic life? Specifically the thing that's jumping between the trees. This guy, and he's gonna hop. Where is my... There it is. Got him. We'll get another one just for fun. And, oh, before we actually go to Kulu here, let's grab some,
Over here.
some thunder stuff here. And also the pig. I don't like killing you, pig. I really don't. It saddens me. But we do have to do you just to have, the skin ready for that one guy's mission. The hide. Oh, there's large doodles. We're pretty close. There should be another, like, one or two up here. We want our thunderbugs, mostly. I think our doodles should be good at this point. As if we go on the map, I wonder if it'll let me find them this early. Oh wait, shit. Where is it? We turned it off. It is in the... It's not display. It's in the UI. It's in the HUD display. There it is.
Over here.
Okay, so I don't have the Grimalkins on the selection down at the bottom right. Not sure if it'll let me. I don't remember if you can find them this early. Need some bones, so that finishes off another one. I don't think this finishes off anything. I don't think we have a bounty. Yeah, we don't have a bounty for mushrooms.
Over here.
Yeah, I hear you. Willie hears you. Willie don't care. I was thinking you could... Maybe you can't complete the Grimalkins on the first expedition. Because I think my Grimalkin thing is full. Excuse me. One thing I might do is is I might quickly get some actual meat. Got a lot of old footprints here. I feel like there was some Grimalkin stuff around this area. Or there's usually a spawn of Grimalkin stuff here. I guess not. Oh, I just passed one. There it is. Yeah, the doodles are full. So that should have put them on the map or on the
Over here!
Oh, there they are. I'm an idiot. There they are. I thought I put it down on the bottom left there, but it doesn't. I put it in the actual map. So now our scout flies will find the Grimalkins. And we will run up here, grabbing a few pieces. I will take the long way here, because there's a bug or two I want to get. Flash bug. And there should be another... Is it a flash bug or thunder bug? It might be a thunder bug, actually.
Over here!
It's a thunder bug. And then we're going to cross on over this way. And we'll find our Grimalkins in just a short little bit. First, we're going to find our campsite here. This is the most important campsite to get. One of the most useful, I find, in Ancient Forest is the one way at the top here. This fella.
Build the camp here. Let's ask the head honchos.
Now, first we have to go find him and witness him. I think he is just down here.
Over here!
There you are. Then you run off. And I chase your fuzzy butt for a bit. Appear over there. We still chasing, still chasing. Oh, he does run through the camp, doesn't he? Oh, that's kind of stupid of me. Yeah, I didn't need to run up here. He would have already ran me past this. He leaps.
Over here!
And we climb, and we climb, and we climb. Almost there. Almost there. And the Grimalkins. The Bug Trappers. And we get our first little gear for the Palico, which is the Flash one, which is actually a pretty nice one. There might be better ones, obviously. You know. Thank God there's no fall damage. Alright, we have to get... Where's the jump? Here it is. First, we'll grab some flowers. And then we're going to drop all the way down. Oh, my knees. Alright, before we do anything, let's eat a ration. Let's do a quick sharpen.
Over here.
And we're going to craft a trap. So we have one on hand, because I always forget to do it, and then I murder Kulu. And here we are. Finally, we're going to do our second big monster hunt. The Kulu Yaku. He's got some okay pieces of gear. I think his legs are the only thing that would interest me. Because I think they have crit up. Or the,
Well, if we don't take
God,
care of that
what is it
pest,
called?
camp won't last
Affinity up. Jeez. Crit high is what I was looking for. Come over here. You immediately see him. He's right there.
to return to base from an expedition.
And we are going to pop him directly in the face.
Switch to the world map.
Hate the grab.
Select it there. You can move around
This
while
should hit him.
focusing
Into
on
the,
your stamina.
Please weaken his head. Thank you. Nope, wrong button.
Now's your chance. Hurry up before you get noticed again.
Shit, don't get poisoned. I'm gonna get poisoned.
Your health
I know,
will drop.
because
Use it
for some reason, and I hate it, I know, I'm stuck in this goddamn hellhole that is my life. And he's not dead, which is good. We need to be careful, though, because we can kill him super easy. Kulu and Great Jagras do not have a lot of life. They have very little life. It is so easy to just murk them. I don't know if he's enraged. I don't know if we can bonk him. We might be able to bonk him. I think he is enraged.
Never underestimate an angry monster. Keep your distance and watch for a safe opening.
And we'll do that for some extra damage. Ouch. Oh, he automatically stunned me? Yeah, see, no.
Taking hits like that
This is why we
repeatedly
could have
will stun you,
accidentally
meaning
killed
you
him.
won't be able to move.
So that's how we could actually kill him, is because he was technically already limping, but because we did so much damage to him so quickly, he didn't go into his limp phase. He skipped it. Please track the monster I'm fighting. Thank you. Thank you. Lovely. Alright, so we're gonna shock trap him, if possible. And where are my... We're gonna trank on him, then trap him. Boy, he's really moving around a lot, isn't he? Come on, buddy. You gotta kind of stop here. Where are you going, Kulu? Are you coming here? Where are you actually going? You're going into the caves? Is that where you're going to rest? That's weird. Here? Really? What a strange thing. I suppose you're eating your egg, aren't you?
Nice job hunting the Kuluyaku. Select Astera from the world map so we can go home.
Huh. I'm trying to remember the last time I've seen Kuluyaku come here. It's been a while. Huh. Alright. Well, we found the Grimalkins. Let's go talk to the Grimalkin guy. And then we'll head home. We've done many things. Been very successful. Grimalkin guy is a bit of a journey here. I hate trying to capture these things. I don't know why, but I find those guys an absolute pain in the ass to do because for some reason they're really hard to hit. Well, anyway, we'll talk to the Grimalkin guy. Oh, he's gone? I thought he stuck around. Huh. Alright. That's okay. I'm going to do one thing. It's important to do this. It is absolutely critical. It's an important thing you can do in this game. It's not that. Or that. We need some raw meat. Because we need, if we can get it, a so tasty. I don't know if we'll get it. I do like how they just run away and just freak out. I know that sounds kind of creepy to say that, but again, animal behavior. Love it. I don't know why, but I find those guys absolutely impossible to catch. Hold on one second. I just saw him. We got the big guy. A King Marlin. Nice. Why? Why do you court death? I mean, you know I'll kill you. You gotta know that. I would really like... That's a great Jagras. Do we want to kill a great Jagras? He would take like 6 seconds to kill, but... Not sure I want to waste the time even to do that. Yeah, we got another chance here. God damn, I am always off by like just inches. I swear. I don't know why, but I'm always off by just inches. I always try to make it a little bit longer than I can. Because I keep thinking, oh no, it'll make it. It just never does. It never makes it. Why are you such a bitch? Why are they so hard to capture? You need like a ghillie mantle to get them, for God's sakes. Alright, fuck it. We're doing barbecue.
Timing is everything. The color of the meat and the song are clues. Nice! That looks so tasty.
Do we have more raw meat? I didn't.
That takes care of the mission. We can use the map to go home whenever you're ready.
I'm going to assume that's the So Tasty. And return from expedition. So we got lots of crap here. It was a very long mission, but again, I like to discover as much as possible in those first early expedition missions. Just because I feel like it helps. Lovely.
Magnifique.
Thank you for making the campsite safe. We went ahead and got the camp all set up. It's all yours to use as you like. And now that I know what you're made of, Fiverr, I hope I can talk to you into taking more jobs from me. Oh, we definitely will.
I have something special just for you.
Now that I have your attention, I have something special just for you. And that job is to get us an amplify mega potions. 100 of your caliber should know they're important to any quest. Yeah, we get some mega potions here.
Oh, you came through.
Lots of bounties. Lots of bounties. The only one we didn't is the mushrooms. I'm actually kind of surprised. Not close. Okay, we're super close on mushrooms then. We'll do honey, and we'll do small coaling. Ooh. Complete deliveries. Alright, we can set up this camp easily enough. That one's going to take us a little longer. That's the top one. The one way at the top. We need to get some Anjanath stuff. Oh, we have some people to talk to. Hey.
Keeping you busy?
Find yourself struggling out there on your own, don't be afraid to set up SOS. Our field team members in the area might come and help you out if you blah blah blah. Ask for help if you need it. Yep, standard SOSs, which I do love. That's another wonderful thing about this is the multiplayer. The multiplayer community is so wonderful. The Pookie Pookie hunt is on.
We're the ones to get it done.
The 5th has an urgent mission. Partner, you'd better come see me.
Let's go ahead and fill up on traps. And we got the Pookie Pookie. We're going to go up here. We actually have a couple side missions I think we can turn in. This guy's going to ask us for moss wine skin or hide,
Working hard? Good luck.
which we can actually turn in.
Hey there, partner.
We'll talk to you just to get rid of your symbol. We won't do the quest just yet, because we're going to take a look and see if we can build some stuff. One might be the Kurayaku legs. That would be real sweet if we can do that, but I don't think we can because we need the wing drake. I always forget that we need the fucking wing drake. It's wing drake hide. And we don't have the coolie parts. Okay. At least I'm not going crazy, but we do Kestodon. We do lose Slugger. I do really like Slugger. But that's a lot of armor. It's hard to pass up that much armor for free. I think Kulu has a hunting horn. It does. It's a 420. Which is a little less than what we got now. Okay, sharpness. What are your songs? Stamina reduced? Sucks. Wind pressure? Sucks. Defense up? It's fine. Tool use? Drain reduced? It sucks. Speed boost, evade window up. The evade window speed boost is not terrible, but we lose the attack up, which is the real kind of like kick in the pants. Because that helps a lot with damage. It's a really nice. This is a Vespoid. What's the Vespoid? Defense up's nice. Stamina use reduced is meh. Ice boost, useless. Sonic waves. It's okay. Stamina up. Elemental and effectiveness up. And it does paralysis. You know, I might go for the Vespoid. It's not like good. Don't get me wrong, it's not good. But it's not terrible. But yeah, you would probably go for something like that. And that would be probably your best in slot at this point. If you were playing a no-death run, Fortify is useless, but this would be the other piece that I would maybe recommend. If you aren't doing Hunting Horn, just because of the general, it's good across the board for early game, at least for a while, because you got your health boost, your attack boost. You get a little bit of the affinity sliding and okay armor. You get to Fortify, so if you die, you gain extra, 10% defense and 15 every time you die. Goes up, so that basically can increase your attack by 20% and your defense by 30. That's pretty good. You're struggling for the game. And then Crit Eye just gives you a little bit of crit. The tiniest bit of extra crit. But I think we're good with all that. We're going to come here and we're going to put all this stuff away because good lord do we have a lot of crap. Let's put it all away. Alrighty then. We're gonna take 2 Thunderbugs just to have on hand. We have the paralyzing bit there. Okay. So we have our hunt prepared. We'll pay with points. And we'll do this just for some extra health and stamina. Always good. You never know.
Hey, partner!
And time to go after the Pookie Pookie. We want northeast. So we'll do the northeast camp. And we'll see if we can get some Vespoid stuff. We might as well do that, because I think, you know, paralysis is not strong in world as it is in wilds, but it's pretty good. It's not like I'm going to complain about it or anything. So I think we'll come down here, grab some of that. Damn it. I didn't realize he was going to literally fly 4,000 miles away. Would you stop? I just want to hit you with something here. That was annoying. Well, we got one of 2 wing-drake hides that we're going to need. We're full on antidote, so we probably don't really need all of this. We will go up here and grab these thunderbugs, because we will run out of them, especially seeing how we plan on capturing quite a bit. I saw the Pookie Pookie. He's down there. He can stay down there for a bit.
You've mounted the monster. Now's your chance to topple it.
Just stabbing away at him. Just stabbing away.
Okay,
Nice.
now's your chance to get in there and tear it
Weaken his head. Get a knockdown on him, actually. Damn it. Took too long to recover from that one. See how long this takes. Of course, he stopped me from getting an attack up large. Annoying. I want to get an attack up large. Here we are. And not sure if this will. I don't think we're gonna get a knockout on him. Ah, there it is. I was kind of wondering if we would. There's another knockdown. Good damage. Good damage. Good damage. Sadly, we are very dull right now.
Okay, the monster's tired. Now's your chance to deal some serious damage.
I mean, he's been tired for a while. I've been beating the absolute piss out of him.
That's a piercing pot, a powerful type of slinger ammo. That's able
He's
to
gonna
pierce
run
the
over
thick shell
here.
of
He might
monsters.
actually be pretty close to death, I'll be honest. We were doing some pretty good damage to him, so there is a...
Look, the monster's almost done for. Chances are it'll retreat.
Oh,
to
they
its
are...
nest
Yeah,
and
he is
recuperate.
limping. He literally went up just to limp, just to come back down. Okay. Okay. That's fine. As long as he didn't lead me on a merry chase too far, I'm happy. We're going to go ahead and trank... Oh, hold on. We're going to trank? Yes. 1, 2...
You did it! Now the commander can send someone out to see if that slag will lead us to Zora Magdaros.
Come on, give me carbs, give me carbs. Yes. Give me carbs. Give me carbs. Yeah, we got a little bit of that. Because I did want a Vespoid, but I kind of didn't want to wait too long. I kind of wanted him just dead. I can get this Vespoid later. And also Pookie. Pookie might have a, I don't know if he has a hunting horn. I don't know.
You've done well.
Excellent work putting down that Pookie. I knew I put the task in the right hands. Just to catch you up, we're hot on the trail of Zora Magdaros now.
Listen up.
But there's more to figure out. I need the fifth to protect our scholars while they investigate. I'm putting you in charge of the Wildspire Waste. The quest will begin once you've convened on site.
All right, it's time to begin the Elder Dragon investigation. Make sure you know what you need to do.
So now we need to protect the scholars. Let's regroup at the Wildspire Waste.
So yeah, this will be the Baroth hunt. I just need to pick up one mushroom and then that'll be done. Mine outcroppings will take about forever. This will also take forever, so let's get rid of that and we'll do the honey. How many mushrooms? 4 or 8? Let's do honey. We'll turn in the moss wine thing. Lovely. I don't remember if Pookie has a hunting horn. Do you? Let's see. You do! And it's actually pretty good. Oh, we need a poison sac. Damn it. Yeah, health recovery small, health recovery medium. That's nice. It doesn't have the attack boost, which sucks, but the health recoveries aren't terrible. They don't recover a lot of health. They're pretty bad, honestly. The extent health recovery is not terrible either. The earplugs, small. It's okay. So we would need a poison sac. That's a bit rough. And Pookie has really nothing for us. I don't think we can do the Vespoid. Yeah, we need a wing. We need 2 shells. Got the ancient bones. 462 versus, yeah, it's quite a bit more damage. That does have paralysis. It just kind of has terrible everything else. Okay. Alright, so we don't have the paralysis stuff, so we need to go crafting. Grab some of that real quick. Lovely, lovely. And from here, we're going to take a short break. I'll be back in about a minute or two. In the meantime, enjoy the lovely sounds and the... Yeah, he's like the only one I think who doesn't have a ton of animations. I don't remember him having a lot of animations. The rest of these cats have quite a bit. I don't think he does. I wonder if Fish Lady is still doing her Fish Lady runs. Can I see her down there? Fish Lady, are you still doing Fish Lady runs? You're not. You're doing something else. Yeah, because I think you only do it during daytime, and it's technically nighttime right now. Alright, so we're going to pause right here. We'll be back in just a second. I think I have a graphic for that. Hold on. There we are. And we're back. Sorry about that. Alright. Anyway. Let's see. Do we want to... I kind of want the Pookie Pookie hunting horn, I'll be honest.
Hey there, partner.
I don't know if there's any Pookie Pookie optionals, though. I think I can just do this guy, right? Yeah. That's a pretty quick mission. Do that for a little extra buff. Do that, come here, we'll kill him. And see if we can get a sack.
The scout flies have found something. Go get a closer look. Great! The scout flies have locked on to the scent of the monster. Be on the lookout for more tracks or traces. The scout flies have picked up the monster's trail. We'll be on the target before long. Hope you're ready. Go ahead. Follow the scout flies. The scout flies will hide once the fight breaks out. Don't forget that.
Really? All right. Oh, get fucked, you threw me off.
Pick yourself up and try again.
What is this game doing? What is this hunt doing? Climb, bitch. Also, when is this poison going to leave? Because I kind of want it to leave. You stopped being useful about 10 minutes ago. Alright, alright. The game's fucking with me. The game's fucking with me. I can fucking feel it. The game's fucking with me. It's in... I fucking hate you. I don't know why you do this every once in a while, but you do. Fucking drives me nuts. Fine. I should have done earplugs. No, get out of it! Get out of it! God damn it! Again, those things don't last very long. I don't know what it is, but my god, this hunt started out like just a disaster. One, he wouldn't, the mount failed because for some reason he was really tough. Like, in a sense, like, normally you do a certain amount of stabs damage to them and, you know, they'll give you your, dismount attack. He didn't give me mine. He just didn't want to give it. So it's just like, well, I don't know what to do at this point. I feel like You ain't gonna give it to me. I don't know what to do. I can sit here and stab you all I like, but... You gonna give me a dismount attack? Hey, you gave me a dismount. Hey, my buddy finally healed me. Nope, wrong button. And he's near death. Again, they don't have a lot of life, so you can beat them down pretty easily. It's just I keep messing it up, and I don't know why I'm so... Stop. I don't need you to tell me where he's going. I know where he goes. He has got only one place he goes whenever he's dying. And it is this place right here.
You can carve materials off of monsters. These materials are vital for producing new equipment and upgrading what you have.
I have a couple of things to carve here. We're going to carve them real quick. Nope. Please carve. Oh wow, another one. Oh. I am wearing the bone set, and that does mean etymologist is now active, right? Now, thought I had one. Alright, he should be limping, right? Yeah, I thought so.
You can't carve materials from a captured monster. However, you will receive more rewards than usual once the quest is over.
Damn it. Alright. Good enough. Well, here's hoping we get a poison. A poison sack. I don't know if we will, but it would be nice. And we did not, of course. Damn. I'm wondering if poison sack is only something like you can get from like a tail carve or something like that.
So now we need to protect the scholars. Let's regroup at the Wildspire Waste.
It's gotta be a Pookie Pookie. It's the only thing that really makes sense. It's a quest reward at 20%, or it's an investigation award. Lame. Lame. Alright. Well, I'm surprised it didn't give it to me there, but...
You are too good to me.
We really need to do some mining and some other stuff here. Bone piles will be quicker than the honey. I doubt we're going to have any good investigations, but we could look for that. Those are all pretty bad. Silver is not bad for a Pookie Pookie. What if we just did that real quick? Do we have the materials to capture? Don't have the trap tools. We do have 2 trank bombs. That's enough. We can buy some trap tools over here. There's Poogie. Hello, Poogie. So it's this direction. He senses treasure, and I can tell by the vibration here. Oh. We lost it. We're getting farther away. You got something there, Poogie? Poogie's got something. He senses something there. Doesn't sense anything over here. Interesting. Is it just in that spot? Now, I know there's something about, like, you can find outfits for Pookie by doing this little mechanic. There's a bunch of little stuff you can find with him. I think there's one where you have to take him all the way up to the top of the tower to find something, but I think your affection needs to be really high with him for that to work. And I don't think mine is at this point. Because, yeah, there's a tower way up there. Takes forever to get to. But okay. We didn't get that poison thing, so the only thing we can do is maybe the investigation. 2 silvers, that gives us a chance to get it. A not terrible chance. We will need more perish shrooms and sleep herbs and all that kind of stuff sooner rather than later. God, I hate that controlling the camera bullshit. Oh, there's a Kulu Yaku here. Yeah. You know, I can get him. Yeah, just instantly poisoned.
Now's your chance. Hit it with all you've got.
Hate it. Like, I don't hate the Clutch Claw, but I will admit it is desperately annoying. Would you shut up? I don't know why you always do that. You always, like, want to run away and do weird shit. And I don't get it. God, he does run away, though. He ran away so far. It's actually not that far. This is a pretty short run, honestly. In the grand scheme of things, this is a surprisingly short hunt. And we'll take the mount. Dismount. Lovely. You always do that. You always yell. Right as I'm about to actually finish off my buff. Still not sure. I finally got it. Took me forever. Shocked you're still awake, honestly. I always forget that move. I always do that wrong. Really? Interesting hitbox on that. Boy, my health is really low. And I'm not talking about, like, oh, you know, his damage to me. I'm talking about the fact that, like, without proper health upgrades, your health is just so low. Also, why are you running away so much? My word. Really, sometimes the behavior on these guys just makes no sense. Straight up just makes no sense. Still not quite sure why. He's being weird. There we go, finally. Still yelling, eh? But he's done. He's limping. We'll send him off to the grave here in a bit. But first we're going to collect some items. Can't remember if there's any Paris shrooms over on this side of the world. You're very rarely back here, I'll be honest. Like in this little area right here, you're never really back here. It's a fun little area. You know, it's got a log that can be destroyed, some interactables. But kind of a dead area. There's a few areas in all the maps that are never really used. Like you're going to be one of those things where, like, if you're fighting a monster in one of these areas, it's definitely a notable, like, huh, I can't remember the last time I ever did anything in this area. The hell did I pick up? Oh, it's feathers. I was about to say, like, why am I picking up? Why am I doing the collection animation there? Alright, last trank bomb run here. We're gonna do bippity, boppity, get off of my property, collect the bones, get another one of those just for fun. Again, not really. I really don't need the Pookie one, but it's just kind of. I don't think I've ever. You're really gonna do it to me. There's like a solid 12% chance, at least, from this, and on quest rewards, there's like a 20% chance. So, the fact that I haven't gotten it yet, I think is a good testament to how awful my luck is, and the
So now
desire
we've headed
sensor.
scholars. Let's regroup at the Wildspire Waste.
It's a thing. I swear to God, it's a thing. It's a desire sensor that's built into these games that knows when you're hunting for a particular part, it'll give you every other part except for that part. You will never ever get what you want on the first pass. Yeah, I wonder if there's like an SOS. Think anyone's doing this kind of crap? I kind of doubt it. You're all running around doing Defender stuff in an expedition, which is fun. I guess we'll do it again. We'll do it again. Will we capture this time? I don't think we can, and so we won't. I mean, I could just go gather the stuff I need to do the capture. I'm just not sure I want to. He's irritated me enough that I think it's now time for him to die. We will gather up some thunderbugs while we're here. And let's grab this quick little Yaku. I want to grab that, but it's gonna. I don't want to get poisoned. Come on, Fate. Thank you. Nope. You son of a bitch. By the way, oh. Okay, so I go from stunned to paralyzed to stunned to paralyzed. No, thank you, game. You can stop that now. Wake the fuck up! I kind of need you to wake up. I almost got chain knocked out, by the way. Why are you still hungry? Still angry at me, eh? Yeah. This is one of the worst mechanics in the game, by the way. The knockout mechanic. And he does it a lot. I don't know why he always does. He's one of the worst with it. At least whenever he eats the blast things. Damn it, it's really hard to get that hit, by the way. he's running. I think he might be close to death, actually. Sharpen. Thank you. I'll heal up to full, why not? So yeah, that's the other, I guess another thing that I'll bring up in the review is the kind of way in which you fight. There's a lot of status effects that you kind of have to learn and know. Like there's stuns, there's poisons, there's a not insignificant amount of stuff that is never going to be really explained. Damn it. Earplugs, I don't think... Earplugs actually might have helped with that, actually. Now that I think about it. And he's near death. We'll do earplugs just to have it on. It'll last long enough for me to get back on over there. And the buff's on. We run away. And we run after him. But yeah, no, that's another game, part about this game that does make the Monster Hunter series harder for new people to join. Though again, World and especially Wilds has made it a lot easier, but deceptively so, because it still has these problems. It's just hidden a lot better. Damn it. I don't want to do impact waves, but he's not letting me do them. There we are. Got him with the bonk. And we'll get the bones first, then we'll carve him. We have plenty of time. But yeah, anyway, sorry, I was distracted by murdering. Yeah, notes is that it is... You have different damage types. So, okay, you have that. You have hit zones that specifically have that can change how much damage you're doing. Because some hit zones take more damage than others from specific types of damage. Though it's not super necessary to know that. For most weapons, it's still pretty rough. You have, again, elemental types. Where, again, elemental damage will do more to certain elements than others. It's somewhat intuitive, but not terribly so at some times. You have the damage calculations. Of course, it didn't drop. Jesus Christ. Again, the desire sensor. I swear to God, it's a thing. Anyway.
So now we need to protect the scholars. Let's regroup at the Wildspire Waste.
Anyway, sorry, I'm mauling over the fact that it won't give me the one thing that I want, but it's all right. I'm not angry. I'm just very angry. But yeah, you have that. You have the sharpness, so obviously that's another thing to kind of monitor and think about. And this is just for damage, just understanding damage. Because then you have the number, which your attack doesn't really indicate what your damage is. And I know it's just kind of an old system that they have left over. But it's the fact that, again, attack has nothing to do with damage. Attack is a bloated value that just says it's X, but it's like, no, it's actual raw damage. Like, you're not going to do, if it says it has 800 attack, you're not going to do 800 damage. You're going to do like 40. And you might be like, well, why? Hold on. Why did I do 40 damage? What is this? What do you mean I did 40 damage? It's like, no. Because you see, 800 is actually only 112 raw. And then that raw is calculated based on your sharpness. So because your sharpness is X, it's going to be do 155 damage because you have this sharpness. But it should be known that your sharpness it's not your sharpness is not the only thing. You have hit values now. God damn it, I am so tired of being poisoned around this motherfucker. Whatever. We'll get our attack up properly. I thought I rolled that. I like how my buddy took 4 billion fucking years to heal me, but didn't actually, like, want to heal me, and then didn't heal me, and I'm sitting there playing safe because I'm trying to figure out, when are you going to actually do your thing, buddy? God damn it, he's yelling. What is with these hunts? I swear they're just the worst right now. God damn you, get out of the fucking combo. Fuck. Dude, he will not shut the fuck up. What is happening with this guy? God damn, I don't remember him. Did he? Oh. Hey there, agent. To get the damage, one needs the raw attack of the build, the applicable sharpness multiplier, and the motion value of the attack you're doing, and the hardness. Yeah, no, see, that's what I was talking about. Because, again, I'm recording some of this for a video or just, like, notes later on. I'll see if I can actually turn it into a video. Long review of this. And it's just like, that's all just purely for how much damage thing does. That's nuts. That's a lot to throw at any players. Like, I still don't remember the exact calculation. I looked it up one time. I can't remember what it was to how to do the damage calculation. And it's like upper level math. I feel like I'm doing goddamn calculus just to figure out what damage you're going to do. And again, I love the game series, but boy, howdy. Think about this from like a, I'm thinking about it from like a review standpoint. Like a new player coming into this. What are they going to be experiencing? They're going to be experiencing some seriously awful kind of introduction to it's just gonna be really kind of mean. Get that move, attack up here. We're very dull. Yeah, see, do that. Getting more knockdown. Let's see. Forward. Thunderstorm says no. Oh no. Well, have a great day. You have a great day as well. I hope you have a good time. I hope the thunderstorm doesn't cause you too much issues. Been like that. I expect to change conflict numbers. Yeah, no, it's a part of the game series. It's kind of like certain aspects about like turn-based JRPGs or whatever, to where you're like, this is just kind of it's tradition to such a degree that it's not even questioned anymore. Which I think, I don't know. I go back and forth on whether I think that is a good thing or a bad thing. I think it can be somewhat of a problematic thing. Boy, I really wish Anjanath just wasn't hanging out right here, Because I can feel him hanging out. Alright, we're going to sharpen here because I am impossibly dull. Oh, hey, we got another mount. That's kind of funny. I didn't really expect that, but alright. I'll take it. There's the hilt stab, and that does slashing damage. I don't know if I can get that off. I'm gonna... I would have to remember what it is, though. There we are. Get out of the combo. Grab that. Grab that. Grab the carves. Lovely. Hold on. There's got to be a shiny here. Did he drop? He did drop a shiny. Hey! I'm gonna end the timer mounted on a fucking Anjanath. That's kind of cool. That's fun. There I am, just ride my monstie. I love it. I do that. I hunt this guy like 3 times, 4 times in a row because I just want 1 poison sac. Then I hunt him again and I get 3. I hunt him for like the 4th time, getting frustrated, and now it gives me, instead of just giving me 1 on the first go and just saying, hey, here you go. Instead it gives me 3 on like the 5th hunt. Desire sensor. It's a thing. You cannot convince me otherwise. It is a thing. Alright. We're going to build this, and then we're going to end the stream at that. Kind of a longer, shorter. We've been doing shorter streams lately. And we still will be doing demos when they come up. There's a couple of demos that I've seen that maybe I might stream, might do a video on. I know I keep forgetting to put out videos, both analytical videos on one channel and my gaming videos on the other, but I just get distracted with other work. But let's see, we should be able to make our Pookie Pookie. Yep. We can also make the Vespoid. It's got slightly better sharpness. But this got the health recoveries, which are kind of nice. Not very good, though. The extended health recovery is not great. It's not a very aggressive hunting horn. But it's got good sharpness, good damage. Yeah, decent sharpness, decent damage. The Kulu one, yeah, it's just not great. And armor-wise, I'm pretty sure we got nothing in the Pookie Pookie, even though I like the look of Pookie Pookie, always have. I always thought Pookie Pookie looked fun. But there's really nothing there for me. We will upgrade these two pieces right there, and probably the waist. So we'll upgrade headpiece. Yes. Chest piece. So we just gained 20 armor. We just did quite a lot there because this was max. We had 30 armor in total. Well, this guy gave us a little bit more. But now we got an extra 20 right there. That's pretty good. We will grab this guy. That gets us 10. How much do you get me? Not much. So now our defense went up by a lot. This is something that you should be doing actively all the time. It's something I forgot a lot in my first playthrough of this game. Boy, did I forget how important it was to level up your gear. I would just buy new gear, and that usually helps. You don't actually need to upgrade it too much as long as you're making new gear as they're coming out, because the newer gear from the newer monsters tends to be stronger than the older ones. So every time you fighting a monster, it's a little bit more health, a little bit more defense on their gear, stuff like that. But yeah, I never upgraded to like max a lot of my gear, so my defense was always trash. But yeah, we're now at 67 defense. We're getting 66 from our armor, and before we would have only have gotten let's see, that's 6 right there. That's 24, 34, 36. So we have almost doubled our defensive stat, which is quite a bit. That's going to reduce our damage by a fair bit. Though, again, the calculation for that is, again, another thing to where, like, you have to know what their damage value is on the certain motion values, on the certain attack things. So, yeah, like the damage thing, as somebody pointed out here, as Agent pointed out, it's... You need to figure out what the raw attack of the build of the weapon is, which you find some setting to turn that on, or I think there's a way to figure that out from the bloat number. That's another calculation. But you find the raw attack, the sharpness that it is at when you're hitting a monster, the motion value of the attack that has a certain amount of... Again, that's not super hard to calculate because, like, again, it's just one of those things where, like, okay, your first attack is... of this combo is like a weak attack, then it's like a strong, weak, strong. It's not too terrible, but like I don't mind that too much. You just know that's certain. certain moves do more damage than others. That's not a calculation. I wouldn't call that a calculation. Because that's just part of playing the game. I'm just saying, like, just with the basic, I'm just doing one attack. One basic attack. What is the calculation for that damage? So you have that, so that's motion value right there. Then you also have the hardness of the monster part. Which is going to be its kind of defensive value, so how much damage it takes. So it's more, so if it has like a damage value of 60, usually I think it's higher. So if it's 60 versus blunt damage, that means that I think you do like 60% of the damage that you think you would deal to that part. Or something along those lines. Whereas if it's a 40 or a 30, you do considerably less. Or if it's a 90, you do a lot. That's a weak point. And boy, howdy, I'm telling you right now, it will not explain any of that shit to you. At all. Like, it's so hard. I don't even know if it mentions motion values anywhere in the game. I think it might mention hit zone values. Oh, God, I'm going to check that. In Hunter Notes, Large Monster Field Guide. I don't think I have the Large Monster Field Guide unlocked fully yet. I might need to talk to this guy, or maybe that happens later in the mission. I can't remember when that happens. But I should be able to see more about my monsters in this. There we are. So yeah, alright, so it gives it in star ratings, which it's never, like, I suppose that's better than older games, because I'm not even sure if older games actually showed you that. But like, okay, you can see Pookie Pookie's a good example here. Alright, so its head point. It's got 3 stars for all weapon types. Slashing, blunt, pierce. On his tail, which is a weak point, which has higher stuff, it has 2, 2, 2. Now, it being a weak point, I think it actually has more than the 2s on the wings, which are breakable, which is 2, 2, 2 on everything. Then you have fire. The higher the star, the better it is. So fire is not great. Water is terrible. So it takes like no damage from water. Thunder does really good. Ice does okay. Dragon, not so great. Poison, not so great at all. He has a very high resistance to poison, proccing. Sleep, he's very sleep. Paralysis, blast, stun, that's all okay. And you get kind of the rewards for breaking things. So if you break stuff, you can guarantee, or more likely guarantee, drop rates for certain items. That's all great. All great information. But it's not going to tell you in like specific numbers, because there's a number on his head. It might be an 80 or an 85. And again, your blunt damage might be an 85, whereas your slashing might be a 90, but it's going to call it a 3-star no matter what, because it's a weak point and it works. But the damage is different. The motion values for your attack is also going to come to play. Like, it's when you start really breaking it down, you start realizing there's a lot kind of going on here that's kind of a pain in the ass to figure out what it actually is. And that's just damage. And that's honestly probably one of the worst ones, is just calculating what your damage is going to be. It's not super important because you build stuff, and just higher number probably will do more damage. And sharpness, higher level sharpness, will do more damage. So those are the two things. Just looking at, okay, I want to find a balance of higher damage and high sharpness. Everything else, like elemental weakness, that's usually pretty easy to understand. If it's a fire monster, it's probably not going to take fire damage at all. If it's a water monster, same for water. And kind of vice versa. If it's a water monster, fire might be good against it, or lightning. If it's a fire monster, water might be good against it, or ice. But I think we're going to go ahead and end it there. We did pretty good. Got kind of far in this, not super far, but hey, we're still alive. No deaths yet. It's always nice to know. Always nice to see. So we're going to go ahead and end it right there. We'll pick this up later and try to save this footage. Make sure we don't delete it on accident. But thank you all for being here. Thank you for hanging out. And until next time, and as always, I hope you have a good one.